we back. We didn't wait very long. This is immediately after the last recording as well, like after a 5-minute break. We are about to call Sachi's uncle. And I don't know what to expect, but I am keen to hear what he's going to tell us. So wait a minute, and welcome, my name is Yuusha Anime, and welcome back to The Fruit of Grisaia. Part 67, I think this is. We're 2/3 of the way to 100 parts. This may become my longest Let's Play ever in history. I think if I remember correctly, when I was able to have all the Princes of Angeal up, that was up to like, I think part 77 or 78? And this one is just short of that, and there's still 3 other routes as well as a secret which I want to check out. But enough babbling about that. We're going to get right into this to find out a bit more about Sachi and also a bit more about the uncle. So guys, ikimashouka! Fun to look at his number. He's not in the Tokyo area. Oh, that's right. They all have numeric codes for where they're from. Back in my own room, I look over the scrap of paper Chisadu handed me, cell phone in hand. Whatever the contents of the envelope may be, it's clear that Sachi's uncle has something he wants to tell me. No reason to think too hard. I know once we talk. Yep. Okay, it's just a 4-digit number. After one final attempt at persuading myself, I entered the number from Chisadu's note on my private cell phone. We're using a personal phone for this one. Oh, wow. When the call connects, I hear the voice of a seemingly mild-mannered middle-aged man on the other end of the line. Am I speaking with Komine Akihiro-san? Okay, yep. There we go. Speaking like he's from a different generation, which is appropriate. Yes, I apologize for not introducing myself. Yeah, I appreciate your understanding. Not yet. No. I thought it might be best to hear what you have to say first. Yeah? Certainly. Oh, damn. As instructed, I rip open the thick envelope Principal Tachibana handed me on the rooftop. Inside, I find a single metal key, weathered with age. This would seem to be... Yeah? Yes, that's correct. Oh. We're going to her house? The workshop? He's entrusting the workshop to me? Dots. I understand what you're saying, sir. But why would you give this to me? I'd appreciate some clarification, yes. I mean, anybody would be to see how Komine changed like that. Shocked? So... Wow. Wait, what? Oh. Wait, something's not adding up. Wow. Yes, she did write that. You don't say. I see. So that's how you learned about me.
おそらく君はもう気づいていると思うが、あの子は幼い頃に目の前で起こった事故が原因で、 他人の頼みを断れない子になってしまった。
Yeah, he's really
そ
sharp.
して
Hey, he must
ま
know
るでロボ
anyway.
ットのようになってしまったあの子は普通の学園での生活は困難と判断されて
Makes
美
sense.
浜学園への入学を余儀なくされたんだ。
Yes.
そんなサチがあんな手紙を送ってきたんだから本当に驚いたんだよ。
Hmm. So, how long has it been since they last spoke?
そしてサチを変えてくれたのはカズミ君、君なんだろ？
No, I only gave her the opportunity to realize something about herself. If the Sachi you knew has changed, Akio-san, it's entirely the result of her own
そう
efforts.
か。だったら
Nice.
改めてお礼を言わせてもらうよ。ありがとう、カズミ君。
Alright, that makes me happy. As I said, you really don't owe me any thanks.
若いのに謙虚だね。
You're very kind, sir.
それで私がその鍵を君に送った理由なんだが、
Yeah, it's got to be something to do with the parents,
私た
right?
ちはあの子に一つだけ黙っていることがあるんだよ。
What? Wait, hold on, what? Is that so?
あの子を襲った事故が起きたのは10歳の誕生日の日だったということは知っているかい？
Yeah, yes, she told me that much
それな
herself.
ら話が早いんだが、私が君に送った鍵はその日サチの母親のポケットの中から見つかったものだ。
Oh. Did she have the key to their house as well?
いや、二人のポケットから見つかったのは工場の鍵だけだった。そう考えると少し妙だと思わないかね。
Strange, I don't think cuts it. Why only the work? Wait. Wait. But they were in the house, in the flashback. They weren't in the workshop, so... Wait, what does this mean? I have to agree, yes. Typically, people keep most frequently used keys together on a single ring, yeah. And since her parents had left the house, presumably planning to bring their daughter back home, grabbing the key to their workshop doesn't really make sense. No, it doesn't. Why
私
though?
は事故が起こる1週間前に弟の家を訪ねていたんだが、
Oh.
その時弟がこんなことを言っていたんだよ。もうすぐ兄さんをびっくりさせるような報告があるんだってね。
Oh? What was it? Your jaw
結
drop?
局それが何なのかは聞けずじまいだったが、弟は工場で何かをしているようだった。
He was gonna make something for Sachi, wasn't he? He was gonna make something for Sachi. Are you saying you haven't entered the workshop yourself since the accident?
弟の葬儀やサチの母親の容体もあって、私がその鍵を使ったのは随分後になってからだった。
So have you gone in there? What was inside? I think he's gonna tell us to find it ourselves.
サチと両親の仲がうまくいっていなかったと聞いているかい？
She said it went cold. Yes, from what she's told me, the family business was featured on television. Things became very busy, and they stopped paying much attention to
あの
her.
時はどうしても手が足りなくて、私も何度か手伝ったことがあったくらいだったんだ。
Oh, he was there? Was that so?
弟はね、
Oh.
男3人兄弟の末っ子で、兄弟からも両親からも一番甘やかされて育ったんだ。
Oh.
だから自分にも子供ができたらうんと甘やかしてやるんだってそう言っていてね。実際あの子のために納期を遅らせたり仕事をキャンセルしたりするのはしょっちゅうだった。
So all the times that they ended up playing, he cancelled jobs and ended up delaying orders. So he was late on them. Sounds like quite a doting
そ
parent.
んな弟がどんな思いでがむしゃらに頑張っていたのか。工場の扉を開けた時それが伝わってきたよ。
What happened? Was it it had to be debt, right? And you're saying Sachi doesn't
あの
know?
子は自分がいい子にしていなかったせいであの事故が起こってしまったと思い込んでいてね。
There we
事
go.
故の直後は両親の話をしただけで吐き出してしまうくらい罪の意識を感じていた。
Mm.
それで心療内科の先生とも相談して実家にはなるべく近づけない方がいいということになったんだ。
That bad? Not even a house.
ただいつか真実とも向き合える日が来た時のために工場はあの日のまま私が管理しているんだよ。
Oh wow.
そう言うと聞こえはいいが 弟はいくつかパテントも取っていて、その利益で固定資産税を払っているだけなんだけどね。
Oh. So, it's been sitting like that ever since the day of the accident?
ああ、でも、あの手紙を書けるようになったのなら、ちゃんと
He wants her
も
to
うその日
pull
が近いん
through.
じゃないかと思ってね。
Oh, he's a great uncle. He's a great uncle. And therefore he sent me this key.
今のサチのことを一番理解している風見くんがその必要があると判断したなら、その鍵を使ってほしい。
He's trusting me with everything. Are you really comfortable leaving something this important to my judgment?
これは既婚者の勘だが、サチは風見くんのことをとても信頼している。
The intuition of a married man. What a way to put
そ
it.
のことがあの手紙からは伝わってきた。
Damn. Do you know what? The uncle's cool. I like the uncle. He's an awesome... He's a guy you want to have a pint with. He's in the group of people that I would like to have a pint with. There we go.
だからこそ、その判断ができるのは君しかいないと思ったんだよ。
Oh wow. So this is big stuff right now.
風見くんも急にこんな話を聞かされて困惑しているかもしれないが、サチは私たちにとっても大切な子だ。できることならこの先の人生が幸せであってくれることを望んでいる。
Okay.
その思いが風見くんにとっても同じだとしたら、その鍵を受け取ってほしい。
He wants us to have the key. He's prepared and resolved himself for us to take it. Does. Alright, in that case, I'll accept it.
そうか。やはり君に託すことにして正解だったな。
Yeah, if we didn't take it, it would have been wrong. What makes you say that?
親の勘ってやつさ。
If you say so.
君との初めての話がお願いになってしまって心苦しいが、
It's for Sachi. We don't
今
mind.
度サチが家に帰る機会があったら、その時は風見くんも一緒に来ておくれ。家内ともども歓迎するよ。
Oh, of course, I'd be honoured. Yeah, he's just the guy you'd want to like have like a bit of sake with, as much as I don't like sake.
それじゃあ、ありがとう、風見くん。
Yes, and thank you, sir. As our call comes to an end, I give a pointless little bow of the head to Sachi's uncle. Can't help but offer a little respect to a man who shows such sincere trust in a youngster he's never even met. Yeah, for a person that's older than you to show you such respect is not very common in Japan. So that's something. That's something. Most likely, Sachi and her parents had their signals crossed, and everything should have been cleared up that very day. But why was that key only there? I get it. Hold on a minute. The reason why they didn't lock the door is because they didn't bother to get the keys. They were going to show her something in the workshop. There's something in the workshop that they made before they died. There's something in the workshop that they made for her. Oh no. And that was what they were working so hard to do for her birthday. What was it? Most likely such an apparent... Yeah. I'd vaguely suspected something of the sort, but Komini Akihiro's story had left me pretty firmly convinced. From the sound of things, there's a decent chance that the workshop holds the answer that will unravel Sachi's painful misunderstanding. Yes. And I bet you it's something that her father and mother made together. Assuming that these nightmares are connected to her sense of guilt about the past, I'll almost certainly need to take my chances and make use of this key. That said, right now I don't think Sachi could accept what she'd find there. Nope. I think you're right. Yuji. Oh, it's even earlier in the morning. My dreams are always the same, but not today. Today I dreamed of a girl in a small dim room, weeping and wailing. Am I Sachi? When I squinted my eyes against the darkness, I realized that the girl cowering on the floor was Sachi. Oh, it's me. Sachi, but not the Sachi I know. Her legs were locked in thick chains, binding her to a massive ball of iron. She couldn't stand. Couldn't even drag herself along the rough floor. Wait, what? Even so, she struggled and squirmed, desperately trying to escape the heavy fetters biting into her flesh. But no matter how hard she tried, the cold iron wouldn't yield. Every twist and turn only brought more anguish. In the end, she stopped trying. Sachi was sealed in that gloomy prison with no chance of escape, and I was powerless to help her. I could only watch her, exhausted and hopeless, slowly wasting away. Oddly enough, I'm freed from that despairing nightmare by the same thing that announced its arrival. The sound of Sachi screaming.
Jesus!
Well done, you made me jump.
Sachi?
The ear-splitting shriek jolts me awake, adrenaline coursing through my veins. You're telling me I've got that now? Twisting to my side, I immediately understand that the final scream was all too real. Sachi's clutching at her arms as if to embrace herself. Her clenched teeth audibly chatter against each other. Hold on, this is... Doesn't take long for me to realise the abnormality of the situation. Sachi admitted that she's been having nightmares lately, and I knew they were leaving her dispirited and exhausted. As of yesterday, the situation didn't seem like an outright emergency, but these symptoms were all too clearly something else entirely. Yeah, these. Oh my god. This means she can revert at any second. Oh my god, no. She's experiencing pain and terror well beyond what a mere bad dream can offer. Sachi's eyes are wide open, tears streaming relentlessly down her cheeks. A contorted grimace frozen on her face. It's the expression of a human being forcibly shown a gruesome memory they'd like nothing more than to forget. Jesus. Even as these alarming thoughts run through my head, Sachi continues to grind out apologies like a broken wind-up toy. Damn! I don't know exactly what she's seeing right now or what triggered her to suddenly enter this state. But whatever the answer to those questions may be, I can't allow this to continue even a second longer. Hey Sachi, wake up! Sachi, come on! I shout her name at point-blank range to no effect. She continues to mutter deliriously, staring right through me. Sachi, snap out of it! Sachi! She can't even hear us. Even when I shake her by the shoulders almost too vigorously, the light doesn't return to her clouded eyes. God damn it! What do I do? How do I make her hear my voice? Yuji, please let this work. Please let this work. In the end, only one thing comes to mind. Wrapping my arms around Sachi, I envelop her in a gentle hug. It's alright. It's alright. I keep my voice as calm as possible. I whisper reassuring words in her ear. Just like my master used to do for me. Whoa, what happened to Yuji when he was younger with his master? Using the simple warmth of my body, more than real words can ever be, I speak directly to Sachi's heart. There we go. Come on. In time, Sachi's previously frantic breathing begins to slow and the violent trembling of her body gradually subsides. There we go, come on. She knows now that I know that I've seen it. Finally regaining her consciousness, Sachi looks up at me with the eyes of a disoriented child. You alright, Sachi? You were having a nightmare until just a second ago. A pretty terrible one. That dream? No, don't hide it. She's trying to play it off. She's trying to sound confident in herself. When I try to prod the conversation forward, Sachi avoids the subject with a forced attempt at humour. Nope. Hold it, Sachi. I reach out and catch Sachi's arm as she tries to flee. No, you're going to tell me right now. What's torturing you like this?
苦しめられているなんて大げさです。
Don't hide it,
ちょっと
Sachi.
怖い夢を見ただけですから。
Don't hide it from me, Sachi. Please. The girl's doing her best to put up a tough front, but she's still too visibly shaken for it to be halfway convincing. That's a lie. Come on. I can read past that. The way you were screaming just now. That wasn't just a bad dream. Yeah, that was a living nightmare.
やっぱりゆうくんに隠し事はできませんね。
Please tell me. Mumbling resigned words in a wry tone of voice, Sachi turns back to face me and slowly lowers herself to a sitting position on my bed. In other words, I was on the money.
はい。私の場合は過去を追体験するフラッシュバックという症例に該当するそうです。初めてお医者さんに見てもらった時、そう言われました。
I see. This is one of those times where being right isn't particularly pleasant. I've been so damn pleased with myself for saving Sachi. Self-centered as it may be, this feels like some cosmic slap to the face. Like someone's telling me, you haven't saved anyone yet. Yep. And I've been trying to say that. I knew something wasn't right, especially when the nightmares started coming. There's a sharp, bitter stab of pain somewhere deep in my chest.
すみません。私、ゆうくんに嘘をついてしまいましたね。
But now you've told the truth. No, you don't need to apologize for that. I understand that she couldn't bring herself to volunteer the truth out of concern for me. To criticize her for that, you'd have to be an oblivious arsehole or a genuine sadist. But I do want to know what's making you suffer like this.
それは
Please, Sachi. Are we gonna go to the factory after this? The workshop even? Stopping in mid-sentence, Sachi lightly bites her lower lip. From the expression on her face, just thinking about it must be enough to send some painful images flashing through her head.
ゆうくんは私の誕生日に起こった事故のことを知っているんですよね。
She's actually gonna tell me it. Yes, please. I know what they wrote on the reports, at least. Not much more. From what I read, a drunk driver ran a red light on the road outside the park where the two of us used to play, hitting your parents at full speed.
はい。その結果、全身を強く打ったお父さんは即死。そしてお母さんは
Survived but fell into a persistent vegetative state. She's still hospitalized to this day.
はい。その通りです。
But we don't know that the mother said anything to Sachi, because there's no one who could have read it down. Are you telling me you've been reliving the precise moment you witnessed that accident over and over?
そうなんだと思います。
75% correct. Just 25% was what her mother said, because that's the one that broke her, was what her mother said.
ゴムが焼ける嫌な匂いも、いつまでもアイドリングを続けるトラックのエンジン音も鮮明に感じられますから。
Did you hear that? In her voice right then. She even found it hard to say that. I don't blame her.
でも、私が本当に怖いのはたった一つの言葉なんです。
どうして? A word?
はい。トラックにはねられた直後、お母さんにはまだ意識がありました。そして自由に動かなくなった体を懸命に動かして顔を上げると。
She's saying everything about the incident. I didn't think we'd be seeing her admit all of this right now.
すっかり足がすくんでしまっていた私に、お母さんはこう言ったんです。サチ、どうしてって。それは私にとってとてもショックな言葉でした。
She's bearing everything now. This is it. She's bearing it. She's bearing the last details.
どうして今日はお家にいてくれなかったの？どうしてもっといい子でいてくれなかったの？
No, she didn't say the last part.
私たちがこんな目にあったのは
No, that's your
全部あ
trauma.
なたのせいなのよ。
No, she did not say that. That's your trauma. No, Sachi, don't get it mixed up.
そう言われているような気がして。
There we go. Yeah, what it felt like she meant to say.
だから
So you know that's not
私が病
true.
院のベッドで目を覚ました後、お母さんが助かったと聞かされて、最初に怖いって思ってしまったんです。
Oh.
本当ならよかったって
You felt guilty for it this whole time. You feel like you did this to your mother. Because now your father's gone and you feel responsible for her suffering still. Damn.
もしお母さんが目を覚ましたら、その口から私を憎むような言葉が出るんじゃないかって。それが怖くて、退院した後もずっとお見舞いにすら行けなくて。
Yeah. That's because you kept on throwing. You threw up the first time you saw it and then you passed out, I think.
お父さんやお母さんから恨まれないような子に少しでもいい子にならなくちゃって、そう思って。
I don't think Sachi's ever shared these feelings with anyone else. No. I can tell she hasn't. Damn. In parallel to this cascade of raw, honest emotion, a constant stream of tears flows down her cheeks. That's enough. Yes, Yuji. Thank you. As words finally fail her, I embrace her trembling body. I'm sorry for making you talk about something you didn't want to remember.
いえ、私の方こそすみません。でも、もう少しだけこのままでいさせてください。
That's fine. That's fine. Yes. Until morning. Until
もう
morning.
大丈夫です。
I'm really worried now. Because if those dreams get worse, and then that embracing doesn't work anymore, what will? Oh my god. A little after the sun begins to peak above the horizon, Sachi lifts her face from my chest and smiles at me. You're not lying this time, are you?
はい。ゆうくんから元気をもらいましたから。
I think what you did before might have drained it. But okay. Alright. Determining that her smile isn't artificially plastered on her face, I slowly release Sachi's body.
ゆうくんに頭を撫でてもらえると嬉しくなりますが、抱きしめられるとゆうくんのことがもっと好きになってしまうんですね。
I am so scared. I am actually terrified of what the hell could happen next. I am afraid. This blatant attempt at flattery isn't going to earn you any head patting.
頭を撫でてもらい損なったのは残念ですが、お世辞じゃありません。孫うことなき真実です。
That a fact.
はい。
Feeling the warmth of the person you love is a comfortable, calming thing, enough to make you want to forget all the rest. That said, I can't just let the discussion from before drop. I hesitate awkwardly, unsure how to proceed. Damn, even Yuji's like, I need to bloody well be careful right now. But after a moment of silence, Sachi resolves my dilemma by speaking first.
きっとあの夢は私への罰なんです。
Punishment?
はい。
Yeah, you keep on punishing yourself with it.
仕事が忙しくなってから、お父さんとお母さんが私に冷たくなったことはお話ししたと思いますが、
They didn't grow cold. They
事
didn't
故
go
が起こっ
cold.
たあの日、お父さんとお母さんはそれまでが嘘のように優しかったんです。
Affectionate, huh?
はい。あの日、私が目を覚ますと、いつも聞こえてきていた機械の音がしないことに気づいたんです。
Yeah, then that explains it. They were going to take her into the workshop with that one key. Her 10th birthday present is in there. Yeah. I was right. It's got to... There's nothing else it can be that's in the workshop. It has to be her 10th birthday present.
それが気になってリビングに顔を出すと、 お父さんとお母さんが並んでテーブルに座っていました。そして今日はサチの誕生日だからみんなでお祝いしようと。私はその言葉に驚きました。どうして急に2人が優しくなったんだろう。これは夢だろうかって。
Yeah. As a kid, you normally wouldn't go through something quite like that anyway, I'd hope.
すぐにそれが現実だということに気づきました。そしたら急に腹立たしくなってきたんです。
Yeah.
今までどんなに私が頑張っても振り向いてくれなかったのに、それなのに誕生日の日だけ優しくするなんて、そんなの都合が良すぎる。そう思った私はすぐに家を飛び出しました。そして私はゆうくんとの待ち合わせ場所だった公園に向かい、夕方になっても家に戻らない私を心配して探しに来たお父さんとお母さんは。
Oh yeah, I'm sorry that I'm so quiet. I'm just trying to take this all in, just like what was going on with Armane's backstory. I'm trying to take this all in. I see. That explains how Sachi convinced herself that the accident was her fault.
だから私がどんなに後悔しても、どれだけいい子でいようとしても、
You feel it's not enough?
あの日に事故が起こったという事実は消えません。
Yep.
そしてそれはどうしようもないくらいに子供だった自分のせい。あの日の事故は私が2人の言うことを聞いていれば起こることのないものだったんです。だからきっとその原因を作った私のことをお父さんとお母さんは恨んでいる。そう思っている限り、私はあの日の夢を見続けるんだと思います。
And from the sound of things, she's still blaming herself even now. The tone of her voice is almost resigned, as if accepting her responsibility. But that doesn't mean she's come to terms with what's happened. She's simply despaired of ever finding forgiveness. The proof is written on her face. Even as Sachi speaks calmly of the past, her expression is filled with bitter regret. Alright, I understand where this is coming from. But there's still one thing I don't get. Up until just recently, I'm pretty sure you weren't having daily nightmares, let alone traumatic flashbacks. What happened? Do you have any idea why they've gotten so bad?
それは多分今の私が幸せを感じているからなんだと思います。
Yeah, probably.
私がフラッシュバックに悩まされていたのは事故の直後がほとんどで。
Oh. Yeah, that's right, because then she started being a good girl.
いい子でいようと決めた後はフラッシュバックも悪夢を見る回数も徐々に減ってきていたんです。でもこの学園でゆうくんと再会してから、自分の間違いに気づいて大切な人と一緒にいられるという幸せな時間を実感するようになってから、
I was the one who broke the cycle.
またあの日の夢を見るようになった。
And she didn't even tell... Wow. She didn't even tell Makina, even at that point.
お父さんとお母さんが私のことを怒っているのかもしれません。
No, they're not. In other words, you're saying your parents don't want you to be happy?
もちろんこの考えは私の勝手な思い込みかもしれません。
Okay, that's the start. That's the start. She hasn't convinced herself of that.
でも自分たちはこんなに苦しんでいるのに、どうしてお前だけが笑っているんだ。
Self-punishment.
自分のわがままで家族の幸せを壊した張本人が幸せになっていいのか。あの日のことを忘れるな。そう言われているような気がするんです。
Alright, I understand. I committed the sin of disobedience. My selfishness led directly to that accident. Of course my parents would resent my happiness. Her father's dead, her mother's still asleep in a hospital bed. They can neither confirm nor deny that belief, let alone offer Sachi their forgiveness. With no possibility of resolution, your sense of sin swells grotesquely inside you like an ugly black tumor. I really do understand. The circumstances were very different, but I carry similar feelings about the deaths of my own parents. Unless you know a way to turn back time, the debts you owe the dead can never truly be repaid. They can never accept your apologies or excuses. Oh yeah, if you die in Japan, then the debts from that person, if they haven't, it goes on to the next family member. Sachi too realized that harsh truth. Desperate to escape the torture of her flashbacks, she reduced herself to a shell of a human being, numbing her own feelings. She overwrote her identity with that of the good girl. And it worked. The nightmares left her. But thanks to my meddling, Sachi's returned to normality once again. She's defenseless against her dreams. It makes sense. Dots. There are two specific elements that contribute to these awful nightmares. Me and her parents. First, Sachi never had the chance to hear her parents' explanation for their cold behaviour. And second, she continues to believe, on some half-rational level, that the accident was her fault. Yeah. Her guilt and fear of her parents' hatred feed off her own happiness. In other words, if she wants to stop seeing these nightmares, she has to stop being happy. Sachi seems to have half convinced herself that suffering like this is just the price she has to pay. But I'm not enough of a masochist to accept that. I'm not about to put up with a girl I love being miserable. No, forget not miserable. If at all possible, I want her to be the happiest person in the damn world. I think that's only natural. And precisely because I carry a burden similar to hers, I might be able to teach her a thing or two. Our burdens may be similar, but we're carrying them very differently. There's no reason to let your sin chain you down to the ground. There's no need to lock yourself up in a dark room forever. It doesn't do anyone any damn good. And most of all, if I'm not mistaken, Sachi has an obligation to become happier than anyone else. Whoa, he's convinced himself. Sachi, are you really alright with that? Are you really satisfied with this? Tortured by nightmares, living every day in terror of your mother's words? I'm angry. Caught off guard by my challenge to the status quo, Sachi casts her eyes down in bewilderment. She can't find the words, but the answer's written on her face. Of course I don't want to see the nightmares, but there's nothing I can do. Yeah, she's already given up. Personally, I don't think there's any reason you need to be tied down by the past any longer. Yes. That's right. Keeping that in mind, I'm going to tell you a way to get rid of those nightmares. That's giving you so much trouble. I'm taking her there, aren't I? What you do with that knowledge is up to you. What, you don't believe what I'm telling you?
私が過去に縛られる必要がないってユウくんが考えているだけでもびっくりなのに、悪夢の解決方法を教えるだなんて。
Guess it might be hard for you to believe, having lived with that guilt for so long. That said, I really don't think you need to drag it around anymore, and I'm not lying about knowing a way out. Nope, I know, and I'm about to take you there.
じゃあ、本当にそんな方法が。
It's a gamble. It's a gamble, but it's the only thing we have. That's right. There's only one thing for you to do about these nightmares. Face them. Kill the source. Oh, kill the source. Oh. Oh, I feel really uneasy. Oh my god. And now I'm seeing this from Sachi's perspective. To end my persistent nightmares, I need only kill the source. 5 days after Yu-kun spoke those words to me, I've arrived in the town where I spent the earliest years of my life. I'm here to pay a visit to my mother, sleeping even now in the local hospital. I'm going to the hospital. In this, as in so many other things, I was guided by Yu-kun's advice. There's only one thing for you to do about these nightmares. Kill the source.
殺すこと?
議員を殺す. I think that's supposed to be. Or the cause. No, I said cause. Damn. That's right. Your sin won't be forgiven. It's just not possible. So if you want to free yourself from this guilt, you've got no choice but to eliminate its source.
その原因を殺すって、まさか私のお母さんを。
No, that's up to you. You. I'm letting her choose. I'm not giving you an order. I'm telling you to kill. That's it. You got plenty of options and there's more than one answer here. I'm trying to make her think that it's not about her mother. And I've also given her the key, haven't I? I can't make that decision for you. You have to do this yourself. Yuji, you're playing a big gamble here. Oh, you're playing a big gamble. Presented with this new problem, I began with a serious consideration of the word kill. Interpreting it literally, he was telling me to deprive someone of their life, to cause death. From there, I could find only two plausible answers. The first, as had immediately occurred to me, was to kill my mother. The second was to kill myself, to end my own life. Oh, but even now I'm not confident that I correctly identified the options in which Yukon spoke. No. There's a different meaning of what he means by kill the source. He doesn't mean a person. He means he's given her the key. I know he's given her the key. True, killing my mother might put an end to my fear of her final question. And if I die, I'll no longer even be capable of suffering or feeling guilt. But he doesn't want you to do that. But fundamentally, I can't help but feeling that the act of killing itself is a very extreme way of approaching these problems. Yeah, so she's thinking for herself. Killing my mother would make me a criminal, and killing myself would mean leaving this world behind. In either case, of course, I could no longer be with Yukon. If these were the answers he wanted me to find, was Yukon lying when he said that he loved me? No, don't think that. My thoughts ran in circles. Before I knew it, 5 days had flown by. And I was no closer to an answer in the end. Oh, sorry, to an answer. In the end, Yukon was unable to hold his silence. No matter what decisions you're going to make, you should see your mother first. Yeah, no matter what decision. I think you're capable of that now, Sachi. It's only been a few hours since he spoke those words. But don't kill her. Don't kill her, please. The moment I heard his proposal, my heart thudded heavily in my breast. Since the day of the accident, my mother has never spoken, never opened her eyes. She's been reduced to the living symbol of my indelible sin. And if Mom really does resent me, she might even want to see my face. These very thoughts have kept me from visiting her for many years now. Not to say that the visits I paid her in those first weeks were worthy of this name. Since the horrible day, I've never once managed to spend any real time with her. Come on. You can do it, Sachi. I believe in you. Perhaps Uncle Akihiro understood how I felt. He didn't challenge me on the matter, or even encourage me to make the trip. In that case, there was no real reason for me to visit that hospital. Or so I allowed myself to believe. But I forced it on her. In truth, I've just been making selfish excuses. I was running away from my own mother. That neglect is proof enough that I never really overcame my guilt toward her. I was simply hiding from it. As long as I permit myself that cowardice, it may well be impossible to find a meaningful answer to my current dilemma. And so I resolved to face up to what I had refused to acknowledge for so long. He doesn't mean your mother. He doesn't mean your mother. Of course, speaking the question out loud doesn't get me any closer to an answer. Yukon's always 3 or 4 steps ahead of me, thinking on a far higher level. This puzzle might have meaning, and I want very badly to reach the answer he found. I want to... I guess would work. I thought that would have worked better, never mind. It does. But even so, I must admit, I find myself disturbed merely speaking the word kill. Leaves a bitter aftertaste on my tongue and a sharp ache in my stomach. Yes, yes, I'm fist bumping. I'm fist bumping for Sachi. Come on, you can do it.
すみません。面会をお願いしたいのですが。
はい、 それではこちらにお名前とご住所をお願いします。
Okay. After filing out some paperwork at the nurse station, I'm provided with directions to my mother's sickbed. She's actually going. The procedure hasn't changed, neither has Mum's hospital room. Everything is exactly the same as it was on that day. At one point, a nurse I recognise from my time here calls out to me. Is that you, Sachi-chan? Will you be alright alone, dear? I answer with a polite, yes, I'll be fine, and proceed down the hallway without breaking my stride. Come on, Sachi. But when I finally arrive in front of my mother's hospital room, my breath catches in my throat. Oh, the noise! No! And with that as a signal, my previously functional legs abruptly turn to clumsy, leaden stumps. My head begins to throb violently. Sachi, no! It's been many years now. Maybe it won't hurt like it did back then. I was a fool to believe such nonsense for even a moment. My body knows that something painful waits behind that door, and it's not shy about registering its objections. Mum's anguished, bloodied face flashes unbidden before my eyes. Before I know it, I've begun to hyperventilate. Don't throw up. Come on, Sachi, come on, get... Gradually, even standing grows perilously difficult, and I find myself leaning heavily against the corridor wall.
ちょっとさっちゃん、大丈夫？
Come on.
はい、大丈夫
Come on.
ですから。
Come on. Go in together with the nurse, please.
分かったわ。でも無理だと思ったらすぐに人を呼んでね。
ありがとうございます。
I wanted you to go in with her, nurse. Apparently sensing something of the desperation I feel from the expression on my face, the nurse kindly withdraws. To tell the truth, I don't even remember what I said to her just now. Oh. Just keeping myself conscious is taking every ounce of effort I can muster. Come on, Sachi.
大丈夫。
Come on. Come on. Trying very hard to convince myself of that, I forcefully throw open the door of the room, letting the momentum carry me stumbling inside. Is she not there? Instantly, my eyes find my mother's face, peeking out from above the sterile white sheet covering her lower body. But the person sleeping on the bed is utterly unlike the mom who remains so clearly in my memories. Her cheeks are thin to the point of emaciation. The colour of her skin is as pale and waxy as that of a corpse. Oh no. No, no, no. And yet, seeing her transformed like this brings back, with astonishing clarity, the awful moment when I was first guided into the intensive care unit. The first time I saw what had become of her. She lay there in a nest of unfamiliar machines. A huge oxygen mask covered her mouth. Her body was pierced with IV needles. Medical tubing connected her to strange electronic equipment, and even as the machines hissed and clicked around her, my mother simply lay there. So still it seemed she had been transformed to stone. When I saw her there, I remember feeling the same way I do now. She isn't the mum I knew anymore, and she never will be again. No, she's still your mum. Sachi, come on, don't give in, don't give in.
ねえ、どうして私のお母さんはこんなことになってるの？それはトラックにはねられたから。じゃあ、どうしてお母さんはトラックにはねられたの？
Oh no. I think I know what she's gonna come to the conclusion. She's gonna kill the truck driver. She's going to kill the truck driver who killed her mum. Oh no. No. This isn't what he meant at all. No, don't think that.
サチがわがままを言ったせい。
Wait,
そ
what?
う、
That's her mother
サチ
speaking.
が私をこんな風にしたのよ。
No, she's not saying that. She's not saying that. Come on, Sachi, don't give in. The words echo forcefully through my head, as though someone drilled a hole in my skull and whispered them directly into my brain. Cold sweat seeps from my forehead. My stomach begins to contract, spasmodically, with an ominous creaking growl. Come on, Sachi. There's a familiar sensation of warmth draining steadily from my body. It's the same chill that usually accompanies the onset of my flashbacks. Tears roll in neat lines down my face, so cold I expect them to freeze against my cheeks. It's fortunate that I didn't eat anything before this trip. Yeah, you would have thrown up, wouldn't you? Had I chosen to stop for lunch, I'd likely be vomiting it up right about now. That was the usual conclusion to my visits in the old days. Oh, I'd empty my stomach, a nurse would come running up, and that would be that. But today is different. Yes, 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 come on, Sachi. Stand up, stand up. Today, no one ushered me in here. I came here of my own free will, resolved to face this. Yuusha told me I should see my mother. That advice was an implicit affirmation of his trust in me. He believes I'm capable of this visit. Yes, yes. I can't give up now. It's simply not an option. I've come this far to put an end to my nightmares. I wouldn't allow myself to turn back. Sachi, come on, Sachi. Clinging with all the stubborn determination I can muster to that simple decision, I somehow managed to hold myself together through the worst of it. And eventually, through an enormous effort of will, I'm able to shakily lower myself into the folding chair that sits at the side of the bed. Yes! Yes, Sachi! You did it! I actually feel like I'm gonna cry. Oh yeah, actually I am. Damn it. It's a bit late for that now. Well done, Sachi. How many hours have passed since I collapsed into this chair? It feels like only moments ago, but the sun's already sinking low in the sky. The unlighted room's illuminated by a warm orange glow from the window behind me. Now that I think more carefully, it must have taken nearly an entire hour to calm myself to the point where I could gaze at Mum's face like this. But it seems many hours since then, and I've gone no further. No words, no movement. I spent the afternoon glued to this chair like a statue. I'm finally able to visit my mother. I can finally look her in the face again. Damn it, and it has to be this track. There should be so many things to say. So many things to tell her. To ask her. Now that I'm actually gazing down at her lined, impassive face, the words have betrayed me. They've melted into thin air, leaving no trace by which I might find them. She said something. At long last, I'm able to speak a single word. Is it a greeting or a half-spoken question? I'm not sure myself. There is of course no response. Mum's in a deep coma because of that traumatic damage her brain sustained in that traffic accident. She hasn't answered a question or even spoken a word in many years now. My mother's doctor once said that the odds of her ever regaining consciousness were lower than my chances of hitting the jackpot in a national lottery. In other words, barring a miracle, she'll live out the rest of her days like this. A persistent vegetative state. This is her life now. Incapable of movement, let alone feeding herself. Kept alive on the whims of others like a potted plant. This is the life I gave to my own mother. Oh, Sachi. Don't. You're still punishing yourself. With that thought, the nausea that had subsided earlier swells up me once more. Come on, you managed to speak a word. You've managed to speak a word. Come on. The suffering comes to me in unpredictable waves, with all the random malevolence of a curse. Weary and numb, I observe my own pain with a curious sense of detachment, and I reach my first real conclusion of the day. Please say it's the right one. By visiting my mother for the first time in many years, by directly facing my guilt in its most raw and undiluted form, he wanted to make me realize this. That so long as I live, I'll never simply be released from this suffering. My father's dead, my mother's sleeping, and she's never going to wake up. That's reality. This status quo isn't going to abruptly change for the better. All my guilt, all my attempts at atonement, no matter how sincere they, could never overturn what's come to pass. Perhaps you can simply wanted me to recognize anew how truly crushing the weight of my sin really is.
あの日の事故で私も死んでしまっていたんだ。
The answer isn't so complicated after all. Mum's the fan of all of this guilt, and I'm the vessel that willingly accepts it. We're mutual culprits in these nightmares. So long as the two of us continue to cooperate, my suffering will go on indefinitely. In that case, The choice? I have to make the choice?
セーブするわ。
I have to make the Are you kidding me? No. No. I'm not ready. I'm not ready for this. No, I'm not ready. No, I'm in this here. I can't choose now. I can't. I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready. I need to think. I need to think about this. I know which one's the bad ending. I know which one's the bad ending. I know which one's the good ending. And it's gonna hurt. I'm gonna end this here though, guys. I have to end this here. There's I have a bit of a thing with PTSD, so I know the difficult things that can go through one's head with it. So this, although mine's not exactly like this, some of it's pretty bad to the point where I've got memory loss. So PTSD is a horrible thing. It really robs you of a lot. Badly, in fact. And accepting it is the hardest thing. So I need to take a break from this. I've recording enough for Grisaia. This is enough Grisaia for one day. Next time, I'm gonna do the bad ending first, then the good ending. I'm not gonna tell you guys which one it is right now, because I know what it is. But I didn't think it would be for Sachi. I never thought it would be for Sachi. But that said, guys, I'm gonna end this part here. I'm sorry I've said that loads of times, but emotionally, I'm drained. I'm emotionally drained at this point. And some of this speaks a bit home for me. So, yeah, I'm getting too into this. Right, I'm going to end this party, so thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you did, subscribe if you want any more from me, and I shall see you in the next video. Sonaja, guys. I will most certainly see you in the next video. That is a promise. Oh, God. The nerves. The nerves, guys.